Deep in the ocean. Deep underwater. Imagine taking a voyage to the deepest part of the ocean. What types of things would you expect to see? What would it be dark or light? Would you see clearly or would the water be cloudy? Would it be warm or cold? Would you see familiar animals and plants or find strange and new ones? Sunlight warms the shallow parts of the oceans to 200 meters below the surface. Plants and animals that need sunlight and warm water live there, such as tigers, sharks, and many species of common dolphins. Deep in the ocean, other animals, including vampire squid, fangtooth fish, and viperfish, live in water that is cold and dark. Oceanographer. Scientists who study the oceans are called oceanographers. They often live for months on a ship, working 7 days a week, and also teach at the college and universities. Some of them study what sea animals eat and where they live. Others study ocean water itself. All of them had to understand biology, chemistry, geography, and physics. Biology is the study of living things. Chemistry is the study of what things are made of and how they react and change when they come into contact with other things. Geology is study of rocks and soil and the processes that shape and change the earth. Physics is the study of the natural laws, such as energy, force, and motions that govern how things work. Using satellites for tracking. Satellites up into space can help to track sea animal travels in Earth's oceans. Scientists tag some animals with electronic sensors to study them. A satellite can track the signal from attached to the animal's fins or back. The signal shows when, where, and how the animal travels. These tags have been used to track some fish that have traveled up to 75,000 kilometers. Scientists can use this information to predict the animal's future movement. Counting the sea animals. What types of animals live in the oceans? Where do they live? And how many are there? Oceanographers studied and counted animals for 10 years to discover the answer. They looked at all the world's oceans from the North Pole of the South to the South Pole. They counted everything that they could find from the largest whales to smallest organisms. The surprising report is called the Census of Marine Life, released in 2010. It contains data from more than 540 different expeditions that began in more than 80 countries. Living in hot and cold water. The very cold, deep ocean zone has more than 1 million hot volcanoes in it. The water temperatures at the volcano can be 400 degrees, which is hot enough to melt lead. Species such as eyeless shrimp, white crabs, giant tapeworms, and many bacteria live in this very hot water. These animals use sulfur rather than sunlight to live. Huge groups of Arctic and Antarctic animals were also found living in water that is close to or below freezing. Giant squid and Antarctic cod, and the lion's maned jellyfish are some species of lives under solid ice that is 700 meters thick. Many of these species slow down their movement to save energy so they don't freeze. What did we learn? Scientists learned that live in even more adaptable than they originally thought. Animals living in the deep oceans have found ways to survive in the harsh environments that won't be possible for most other species to live in. The marine census counted more than 230,000 species in more than 30 million records. More than 6,000 new species had never been seen before. Some animals were see-through or translucent. Some had warning lights that turned on and off so that they can see in the darkness. Others had long feelers instead of eyes to attract prey and learn what was around them. Some had teeth so long that they overlapped their jaws. Others made their antifreeze to stay warm. What else lives in the deep ocean? Scientists keep discovering the new species and new facts. The more they looked, the more they find. They think that only 1/4 of all marine life has been counted. Not all the animals that had been discovered have been documented and described. There are many more surprises to come.